Hello friends, welcome back. Let's look at volatile action of NQ and how profitable are these vibrations, and no amount of volatility is beyond 3, 6 and 9 vibrations. So let's activate that tool quickly for a quick review. And we are just going to, as you can see, the tool is going to move and it changes its price targets as things move. As you can see, we are using lots of planets. It's all about the frequency of the planets. All right. So anyway, all this complexity is hidden from us thanks to the modern day age of great coders. So let's see where we are. We just activated that tool. So when the market opens right here, tiny miny reflective, we know market is going to react to 369, but we can also adjust it. So we have been talking about Sunday open for ES SPX. We have been talking about SPX highs and lows for a couple of days, and then we know precisely what's going on. Now we're going to apply this on NQ. You can see the price of today, and this NQ is going to be vibrating to 369. All the pivots are predictable. Now I'm not using any oscillator or any extra help from outside. So depending on the objective we are trying to achieve, we deploy certain tools to give us certain biases and insights, but they're all tied up with a framework of 3, 6, 9 frequencies. To make this point pretty clear, let's take a chart of SPX. There are some rules when we know market has done something middle of the day, and if we know that, which we know, we can also predict where it is going to end. Now think about the power of you knowing market is going here. You can buy $100, $200, $500 worth of options and you are up 10x. You should be up 10x, 5x to 10x, 18 days out of 22. Now we put the same tool here. You have to understand the frequencies. If you see here, 24th, 24 is 6. 2 plus 4 is 6. So we're expecting that again today will be a very good biased frequency of 369. Market opened, it rallied, and it's putting a top here. And when we suspect that middle of the day that this is going to be a reversal, which we can also see from the other probabilities. Let me bring that up. I have opened the second one right here. So we have a 30-minute chart on ES telling us that market has reached a hidden square and it is about to reverse, and it is center of the circle is also a timer, which we discussed earlier. Market reverses at the middle of the time circle. See, the time is curving up and time is curving down. Too much details going on here, don't have to worry about it. Getting back to the point we are discussing, not to bore you guys, is right here. Okay, so when we know what this has transpired, we exactly know with this frequency that it is going to come close to 3609. 80% of the time. SPX, remember, this is on SPX. Time doesn't matter because this is doing something else internally using the planets. But you understand this is how the market prices are being attracted. And going back to the same thing. Super excitement. 3 is here. This has happened. Frequency is known. Buy the options. You can also buy butterfly wrapping around here. This is how you get 5x, 10x risk reward. Now we know we have a very solid science to prove that. Now it's a different application. This is NQ. It has been modified a little bit for the frequency of NQ. So we went from Sunday, keeping it on Sunday, and then you see the whole vibrations playing out on ES. Then we kept it on SPX, I just showed you. Now we are keeping it intraday on the most volatile instrument. You can do it on YM2, it doesn't matter. So now we are trying to see what's going on. Which market is going to rally? Where is my reversal zone? And we know that from just at the open. All right, and then let's not get too excited. Money management is the key. Having no fear is the second key. And you have fear because you doubt. You don't know what you're doing, right? So these tools are designed working with higher dimensions and higher civilization through meditation. They have been given, and we are trying to demonstrate there's a much better approach to understanding. If you are sitting on the fourth dimension, you can see all the games and illusions of the third dimension. There are 9 dimensions. 10th one is hidden. Read the scriptures. But based on coming from that fundamental analysis, we are doing something different. So now proving the point, we have some idea that market, because I don't know what's going to happen, because we start putting the expectations. So we are not taken by surprise. That's the first thing. So we mark our levels here. But I'm anticipating market to go here, right? There's a lot more going on, but that's, I mean, if you can click, you can, all right. So from this click, third dimension rejection. We can also put zigzag if you like. You can right click. This is wave 59 because it is good in doing geometrical structures. So let's go here, insert, and then we can go for GAN, right? It's an inbuilt swing indicator. It's delayed, but it tells you actually, if you're confused where to put this tool, how to find the pivot, this could be one quick way. So you can double click also, and we have degrees. You can put to degrees of 4. This year is 2028, which is frequency of 8. Again, energy can double or it can half. It will not go in fractions. So there it is. So we make it 4. All right, and set it. If you want to make it 8, we can do that too. It should not matter much. All right, so it is already set. So it just gives a little bit much more effective pivot. It is just like zigzag. So we know that from this level that these lines are there. Perfect. It hit to the tick, came back. It went from here to the third. Remember, I'm not in, sorry, the 6th. Remember, this day is 24. 2 plus 4 is 6. So it got some reaction from the third, right? And support becomes resistance. But I'm interested in 6 and 12. This is the 6. This is the 12. All right, you got it. Thank you so much. That's all there is to it. Nothing much to talk about. Now from here, It went up a little bit because I think we need to look up some other frequencies in the system, but we will add that. But right here, 12. Okay, from this market is going boom to the tick 12. So whatever overflow we had was predicted here nicely to the tick. Right there, you can just see it. Now financially, if we got 200 points, which we did, one contract, 4 grand, which we did. So there's nothing rocket science about it. The main thing is the fear comes from not knowing. All right, so here it is. Now let's see if there is any smaller vibration which are also happening. So if I go from here to here, you can see this was a 9. 369 was just beautiful today. 9, pullback, 6, and target again, it missed by something, 9. All right, so in the laws of infinite rotation, which is a symbol of infinity, let's maybe just draw it, it'll make more sense. In mathematics, we all know this is infinity, right? Infinity like this, non-stop, non-stop. But we create some numbers and you double them, right? Some endpoints. So what happens? 1, 2, right? You can create any shapes. 4. I will show you some higher dimension shapes someday. 1, 2, 4, right? 4 becomes 8. 8 becomes 16, becomes 7. So if you keep doubling, 7 becomes double. 14 is somewhere 5. Think about somewhere, okay? And 5 times 2 is 10. 1, 2. So it keeps on rotating. It'll keep on rotating if you double. Same thing if you do half and times half again, right? Times half again. If you keep doing that, it'll be same rotations. It will come into this infinite loop rotation. This is our electric field. Vertically, if you know the Maxwell laws, that if you take your 3 fingers, they teach us in obviously in high school. It's been 50 years I went to high school, but you got the idea. So if you take your fingers, let me see if I can draw a finger and this fingers, right? And this is your hand. So these electrical signals, electricity, perpendicular to that 90 degrees is magnetic field. So that is what is going on. The 3, 6, 9. Actually, it is a circuit of 3, 9, 6, 9, 3. This is how it keeps on going. And if you do some complex mathematics and analysis on this, and you come and compress the numbers, keep compressing the numbers, keep compressing the numbers, keep compressing the numbers like these, right? What happens? What happens is this. Now in one click geometrical shape. Faster. Now this big bar was a big seller. Let me just move it away. Look at this huge seller. Bottom of the, we need some extreme chaos in the system, right? Because when the system is chaotic, it will reach towards the balance, and we are trying to look for the balance point. That's all we are doing. Move. Okay, there we go. So we put it at the chaos, and what we do, we look at the extreme edge. Look at that. To the tick. To the tick. And what we have here, but now we have evidence. We have evidence that our ES squaring using different technology has squared in the middle of the, remember, the curve. This is time. Circles are nothing more than time. Well, let's talk about that too, since we are in a mood to share some high school mathematics. Circle is, if you do a Fourier transform of something which is a rotating system, right, it can also become like this. It will become like this. Eventually it will dampen up, but in our case, let's assume this is the way. It could be cosine or it could be sine, because it cannot be log. There are shapes like these, and there are shapes like these. Correct? So we use all those things. We use all those things to see what's going on, right? Now this is simple basic mathematics, and the reason we talked about this is, again, is a relationship. If this is time clock, right, 12, 3, 6, 9, the greatest secret of timing the market is right on your wrist, and you don't even know it because you don't think that way. There's a minute and a second, right? If you know the 369 secret of the universe and apply them on your simple watch, you can time the market. So you think about this and you think about this. This is afternoon. Now this is not a time afternoon of the watch. This is the afternoon of the circle. Or you can also see the 6 and 12. What happened here? 24 is 6. From this impulsive bar, we need to understand what banking bars are in level 1. First of all, what do we look at? What do we expect? 3. This is on the top is 12, is 3. On the bottom is 6. It is represented in a different fashion. We squared the bar and we went to hidden square to other square, and then we circled the square, and this is where we find, based on some other complex things going on behind the scenes, but for you it is simple click. Ultimately our idea is that market is going to go to these squares. Initially it's going to reverse. So there was enough evidence and absolute accuracy, you can just see that. This is why this is the end. Energy will be lost at this point, right? So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. Did I cover all of it? Let me just see. All right, so we had that going for us. Let me move it away and find the hotspot. So again, so let's go back here on the top. Let's finish the whole vibration. Look at this, 6, boom, 9, 6 failed here this time. 9, that means reversal right here, boom, support become resistance. Everything happening on 3, 6 and 9. Again 6, boom, 9, boom. All right, it doesn't sound professional, but you understand what I'm trying to say. 6, 9 circuit, 3 from here. Now here's look at this 6. Okay, let me go back. Watch, 9 and 6. What did we discuss? We discussed something that market goes to 9, 6, 9, 3, 9, 6. Understand this, okay? 3 and 6 never talk to each other. If you look at that, there's a jump of 9. So if you just 9, let me not get into too much complex discussion. But simple way to understand is that 6 can never talk to 3 ever directly. It has to go through 9. in the scriptures, ninth dimension is the the highest dimension we can reach from earth, because the 10th dimension is hidden. On the 6th dimension is where you see they talk about angels, archangels sitting there. This is where the tree of life come into picture. We will talk about the tree of life and how it times the market. We haven't touched anything on the timing at this point, but as time progresses, as you can see, we will progress. But there are 30 ways to time the market, 30 plus ways to time the market, but they all use the natural laws. So this, why I was trying to say this, to remember this, right? 6 and 9. So from here, we had 9. From here, where we are, we have 6. So what happened? This happened. Okay. So just giving some clues how you may want to do your own research and how you want to really take this into account into trading. There's no randomness. Thank you so much for listening and visiting this video.